Whether you notice it or not, you are manifesting your life right now. Your thoughts, your wishes, your opinions are all parts of the manifestation process. Manifestation is like a boat. If you are the person at the rudder, then your boat goes to the direction that you choose. But if you don't control the movement of your boat, it might end up in most surprising places. Sometimes not the best ones. So I don't know about you, but I prefer manifesting consciously. And here in this video, I'm going to share with you the scientific principles that explain why manifestation actually works. First of all, it comes down to RAS, Reticular Activation System. The RAS is a part of your brain that filters the information and focuses your attention. When you focus your attention on a desire or a wish or a dream, for example, through affirmations or visualization, the reticular activation system helps you notice opportunities and connections that help you move towards those goals. Let's take a simple example. You decide to buy a pair of jeans that makes you look really good. The RAS helps you notice jeans everywhere, especially those that will make you look good in it. And this is no magic. The brain is simply tuned to noticing the things that are attuned with your focus. If you focus on the jeans, you will notice more jeans. If you got pregnant, then you will probably see a lot of pregnant women, even though previously you haven't noticed them at all. And this is how RAS works. Manifestation comes down to neuroplasticity. The brain has the power to rewind itself through repeated thought patterns. If you start repeating affirmations every day, several times, when you get up and before you go to sleep, you strengthen neural pathways associated with those beliefs or affirmations, and that makes them feel more realistic and achievable. And because the things that you desire seem to you more realistic and achievable, you start to act upon those beliefs. You start to have more self-confidence. You start to take the risks that you haven't taken before. You start to repeat the needed actions more times than you previously had, because now you have normalized what before wasn't normal for you. Let's say that you want to move to another country, to the city of your dreams, and you live far away from it. For now, the city is still a city of your dreams. It's not in the area of normal for you. But the moment that you start repeating the visualization, the moment you start repeating affirmations, for example, I live in this and that city, I am happy about living in this city, magic, so to speak, happens. This becomes normal to your brain. You explain to your brain, in other words, that this is totally normal, and you start taking real action. You start looking at job opportunities that might be suitable for you in this particular city. You start to look at studying opportunities. You start making friends or finding pen pals from this city. You start to communicate with people who have lived in this town or who have similar plans. You find chats about this city, about life there, and you just gather information about it. Manifestation is not about repeating the visualization and affirmations in your brain, in your head, but it is getting out of your head and going into actions. Because life in this material world is not possible without actions. Manifestation is basically a helpful tool that brings us to the correct action, which in their turn bring us to our goal. Isn't that wonderful? I had this wish to start singing, but as a child I was told that my voice was terrible, that I couldn't sing at all, and I believed it. I lived with this belief for 20 or 30 years even, and then, thanks to my husband, I was able to manifest me singing. I did it through visualization, I did it through affirmations, and I did it through hypnosis. I had a hypnosis session. It was a light Erickson hypnosis. It actually worked wonders. The moment I started believing that I can't do it, I started putting more effort into it. I started taking classes, actually trying to sing. Because before, when I still believed that I couldn't sing whatsoever, that I was not made for singing, I just didn't do it at all. And the same happened to my husband. He believed the same, that he didn't have a voice, that he could not sing. And actually, he has a beautiful voice, and he started singing. You see, starting to believe something else actually helps us to take action, because he started taking classes, singing classes, and that is how he discovered the power of his voice. Things get real, things get possible thanks to new habits. Manifestation techniques like scripting, affirmations, or visualization help the subconscious mind reprogram and accept new beliefs. When your subconscious believes in abundance, in love and happiness, your behavior, your habits, your focus start to align with these beliefs. And this literally creates a reality based off of them. It's impossible for a woman to find a nice, caring man if her core belief is that men are not good, that men are cheaters or just not nice. But the moment the woman starts believing that men are actually great, that the majority of men are good people, that men want a relationship, that men want getting married, that men want a family, she starts attracting those people. She starts feeling at a subconscious level who are the men that are interested in her as a personality. Then she just starts cutting off any other man with any other behaviors. Because if everything what she believes is that men are not nice, men are bad, then it's easier for her to agree to go out with a man that doesn't care about her, that doesn't write back to her, that actually behaves like an actual not good person. But the moment she starts seeing men and believing that there are good men, that there are good men interested in her, then she starts filtering more easily. And the moment that she sees that a man is not interested in her, she lets him go. She is not attached to him. She's not trying to change herself. She just realizes that that man is a wrong candidate and keeps looking. There is again this pattern of making an effort. If I know that there is something out there which is good and which is for me, then I will invest my effort into it. Then I will be ready to put so much effort as it needs before something good actually happens. And I will not settle down with something bad, because I know, why should I? Why should I settle down for something bad if there is something out there great which was meant for me? But this is only possible if I know, if I believe in it, that there is something really good out there which is good for me. First, I have to believe that there are actually good opportunities, good men, depends on what you're focusing on right now. And secondly, I have to believe that these opportunities, people, men, jobs, whatever, are meant for me, that I am worthy of it. And then I am ready to take action. I'm ready to wait. And I'm not ready to settle for anything else that is below it. I have my standard. You see, manifestation is connected with your standard. The moment you convince yourself through visualization, through affirmations, that what you desire is possible and is actually normal, then you start to have different standards and you start behaving towards your goal. You start, if we're talking about men, finding a man, of getting married with a nice man, you start to go out. You start to meet people. You start to filter out those who are not suitable candidates. If you're looking for a job, you start to actually looking for a job. You start to send off your resumes to so many different companies because you know that there is a company made for you. And even if you receive 100 no's, you will keep doing it because you know that there are jobs, that this is normal, and you just keep doing it. Result requires effort. and this is normal. When we visualize, when we write down our wishes, when we do affirmations, we align our behaviors. It is very important to align what we think with what we feel, so with our emotions, and with what we do, say with our actions. All those three elements are crucial in getting what you want, in getting manifestation to work. So let's say I want to move to New York. I will say to myself, okay, this is possible. I will start writing down affirmations like, I enjoy my life in New York. Life in New York is wonderful and I enjoy it. I will start aligning my emotions. The moment I see people who live in New York, I will stop being jealous of it. I will stop feeling bad about it because, let's say, a person who thinks that New York is not for them, the moment they will see a picture of a person living a happy life in New York, they might feel bad about themselves because they don't have it. They might feel pity for themselves. They might feel, oh, I don't have it, I'm so poor, like New York is not made for me. When I know that this is possible, that I am made for it, after some time I will live there, or I will have any other wish that I want to have right now, then I will feel good about this because I will see people and I will just feel joy about it. I will see confirmations of the fact that it is possible. If other people live in New York, move to New York, or if other girls married great men, or if other girls got great children, or if other girls were able to lose weight or whatever, or if other girls were able to become influencers, or if other people were able to start singing or whatever, then I will just feel joy for them and I will feel good about these confirmations of the possibility of it. And then actions. Of course, my actions need to be aligned. And how do we align our actions? We go to the events. We speak to people who have already manifested it. We watch videos by people who have already done it. We look for information that might be helpful for us. We look for information about the actual life of this dream, whether it is life in New York. Then I will look for information. What kind of cafes and restaurants are there? What are the neighborhoods? What are the good neighborhoods? Where I really want to live? I will start looking for tips from the people who are already living there. And when you align your emotions, your thoughts, and your actions, this actually sends a very powerful signal to your subconscious. And you see, this builds a circle. People say vicious circle, but this is actually a gracious circle of support from your subconscious mind and your real actions. Okay, if you're still doubting that manifestation works, let me remind you of this experiment. So there was an experiment conducted by the Cleveland Clinic Foundation. They wanted to find out if visualization actually helps muscle growth. So they divided a group of people into 3 groups. One group actually did physical exercise. The other group, the second group, visualized themselves doing exercise, but didn't do actual physical activity or physical exercises. They just had to do visualization for 15 minutes a day, concentrated visualization. Whereas the first group dedicated those 15 minutes to actual exercise. And there was a third group, which was a control group, which didn't do either. As expected, the first group showed a 30% muscle growth, whereas the second group showed a striking result of muscle growth between 14 and 22%. The third group didn't show any result because they didn't do either. Can you imagine that? The group that just visualized themselves 15 minutes a day doing an exercise could show a result in actual muscle growth. So see, if muscles grow because of your thoughts and visualization, then anything else is possible. So visualize yourself living the life of your dream. Visualize yourself being confident. Visualize yourself singing, dancing, being able to do great things that you think you can't for now. Sportsmen do this all the time. This is a part of their training. All the successful athletes visualize themselves doing the things they need to do at a competition. Before the competition, they visualize themselves doing it, performing at their best pace, at their best level. I did a lot of skiing and snowboarding back in the day, and I remember myself standing up the mountain and I was drawing a mental path for myself, and this really helped me. I noticed that it was always better for me, safer. I had more fun with it when I thought about my way on my snowboard consciously before I actually hit the slope. Placebo effect. You all have heard it. The placebo effect really exists and it works. When a patient gets sugar instead of real medicine and still can cure his illness, this works. The power of our brain is incredible. Another proof is hypnosis. Probably you know about this phenomenon of individuals showing immense, unnatural strength after being hypnotized or being in a state of a hypnosis. People lifted other people lifted great weights, which they are normally not able to lift, in a state of hypnosis. When they were suggested by the person who hypnotized them that they could do it, that they were super powerful, super strong, and they could do it. See, normally in life we don't use 100% of our abilities. Normally the brain prevents us from using our full power not to injure ourselves. We have our fears, we have our self-beliefs. We believe that we have certain limitations to our power, and these limitations hold us within those limitations. Hypnosis helps us to access those parts of the brain that can unleash the power within. That's when people show immense strength. That's when people don't feel pain. You probably have heard about hypnobirthing, when women go to give a birth in the state of hypnosis and actually don't feel much. Or about operations being conducted by a surgeon to people under hypnosis and people not feeling a thing. So as you see, manifestation is not just about magical thinking. It's about harnessing the brain's natural processes, the neuroplasticity, the reticular activation system, and it's also about alignment of your actions, emotions, and thoughts. I wish you a great day, a great evening, a good night, and a great morning.